Hey everyone, it's afternoon now. Sorry about the delay. Um, so this is going to be your daily love reading for July 6th. So I ended the last reading this morning because it was the real shit message, and it started to spill over into the daily love, ending with these cards. So we had the Page of Wands in the reverse come out with the Two of Cups. Hey girl, hey. um, so for those of you that were waiting or are waiting on a message or are not in communication with your lover or potential lover or person, so we went into Mercury retrograde today. I'm good. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for asking. Um, there's a lot coming up from the past. I urge you to not be pushy, okay? And just kind of see where things play out. At the end of the last reading, I got a message that within 24 hours somebody would be coming to visit. Now, of course, that's not going to be for everyone. That's only going to be for a few of you. But someone may be wanting to reach out, okay? But you do have the Page of Wands there. They're in the reverse position, right? So not wanting to be single, not wanting to be alone, wanting to reconnect, thinking about reconnecting. You see there holding a message, okay, in their hands, swinging back and forth. You could have someone that's going back and forth, changing their mind a bit. Um, say hello to Quetzalcoatl, by the way. Canada, what's up? Cleaning and listening. Yeah, I need to clean. I've been cleaning, but I travel so much now, like I'm always on the go. So, oh, he says, hey, he's so active. I just love him. He's a little bit underweight. Um, Look, I bought this snake from PetSmart. Don't do that. I don't know. Don't do it if you want like the healthiest pet, but also if you're into rescuing animals, go fucking buy one from PetSmart because they shouldn't be selling shit. Anyway, um, I digress severely. So you have someone that could be swinging back and forth, teeter-tottering on whether or not to send a message or communicate or go see you. When I said this looked much more like a love situation, and I thought that we were moving into the daily love reading, out pops the Lovers, okay? More communication. Of course, the Lovers is Gemini, all right? Mercury in retrograde, not knowing what to communicate, not knowing how to communicate. That's why I say don't be pushy, because in this energy, it can be a bit confusing. It can be a little bit in and out. And sometimes you mean to say one thing, Ezra, shh, and something else comes out, or it comes out in a way that could sound like something you didn't actually mean, right? But what I am seeing here is someone coming back. There's a situation that looks like it's being repaired or smoothed out. They're showing me cement being poured. You know that like big scraper thing, maybe it's called a scraper, I don't really know, but it smooths out the concrete, and that's what I'm seeing. And you have the Four of Swords in the reverse position. This is somebody who's wanting to act. This is somebody who's not wanting to think about it anymore. I'm getting the feeling like there's been enough thought, there's been enough sort of delay. A squeegee, yes, absolutely. Someone's been really deep in thought, almost to their detriment, okay? Almost to their detriment. And now it looks like it's time to communicate. Now I wouldn't force this, but at the same time when I say that, I'm going to say take initiative. So, taking the initiative and being the first one to act or react, even if that means giving the person space. But whatever you do, please don't be pushy, because there's I don't know if you just want to let someone know you're there, even if it's only on an energetic level. But there's this sense of like, if it's yours, or if it's meant for you, it's coming back. It's been almost in the process of already coming back. So the first card that flew out was Worth Waiting For, and romantic feelings came out with it. These two came out together just like that. Okay, so Worth Waiting For, divine timing is at work in your love life, and this is why I say it's worth it. Don't push it. Okay, if it's something worth having, it's worth waiting for, and it's worth doing right, okay? Yeah, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. That could have been the very thing that scared these two people apart. Now, directly after that, engagement came out, okay? Engagement. Your love life is ascending to higher levels of commitment. So when this thing comes back together and is made whole again, in a weird way, instead of um, instead of being more at odds, which it may seem like at first, that's why I say, like, be very careful with the way that you communicate, because in Mercury retrograde, it can be a little bit rocky, the communication in itself. But it's like, instead of taking you further apart, it somehow brings you closer together. Okay, and it somehow like brings you to a higher level of commitment, or a deeper understanding. I'm gonna say that, a deeper understanding, not necessarily a higher level of commitment. And look, after he's gonna crawl right up into my hair. There he goes. Wedding. The situation involves marriage. Okay, so you could have had a. You see him crawling up in my hair? You could have had a past life marriage with this person, or it could seriously be evolving to. Now, y'all know I don't get down with the paper marriage, but it could be more committed, or more. I don't know. I just feel I hate using titles, but I just want to say like a deeper understanding and more respect. Whatever happened before, okay, that caused this, when you come back now, you would think like, oh, okay, well, we had a fallout, maybe it's never going to be the same, or can we just act like that never happened? No, you don't want to do that. You don't want to act like that never happened, because whatever happened, it takes you to a deeper respect, a deeper knowing, a deeper understanding. I almost feel like whatever this was, it almost like it had to happen. If it didn't happen this way, it looks like there may be some feelings or some words or something that wouldn't have quite ever come to surface. What are you doing back there? What are you doing back there? He wants to grab the snake. Oh, yep, he's going right up into my bun. Okay, so, I mean, really, y'all, really. Now I really do look like the crazy tarot lady. Hi, Ezra. People are saying hi to you. Balance. Yeah, I feel like when you come back together, you're more balanced. Ezra, shh. Again, I just feel like a deeper understanding. Oh, now I look like the tarot crazy lady with that. Is that what you were saying? Or with that? Which one? The dog's over there underneath the blanket, all human-like, chilling. Okay, guardian angel. I'm telling you, this is a very divine connection. I've been picking up on these divine connections lately. They're definitely guided and guarded. Okay, Ezra, shh. They're pure. They're pure. Ezra, can you please be quiet? They're from a pure place. And I think this is why you won't have to push it. You won't have to, you won't have to be pushy. You won't. It'll happen when it's time to happen. For a number of you, I'm getting within the next 24 hours, there will be some form of communication. But again, these are general, so that's not going to be for everyone. Hello. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having an amazing day. You can't make this up. Divine timing. Divine timing. I'm telling you. like I told y'all a few days ago, yeah, like just letting nature take its course. Stop it, Ezra. That's not funny. Um, I told y'all a few days ago there was a thing about ghosting, people feeling ghosted.
Bye.
No, no, you're not. I don't. Not the divine connections. It doesn't happen that way. They'll always be there. You'll always those type of connections. They can't be broken. But what does happen? Ezra, please stop. What does happen is being scared of being vulnerable. Being scared of being vulnerable. You have a lot of other people that don't understand the connection. You have other people that are a little bit jealous of the connection. You have people that will plant seeds of doubt. You have people that will want answers that you won't be able to give. You have a lot of external forces that will try to come in, and for lack of understanding and lack of faith, and perhaps a bit of jealousy and envy will come in and try to rock you. Stay strong, because these types of connections, they don't get rocked like that. They do not just break down that way. If anything, what people have done have brought things to the surface quicker and made you sort of, I don't know, sort of communicate things maybe that you wouldn't have or whatever. There's been, I want to say, like a wedge that actually created opportunity. So I don't think that's what they meant to do, but from what I'm seeing here, that does look like a bit of what has happened. Okay, so let's get into this tarot. Ezra, can you please be quiet, baby? Don't do that. The Lovers came out with opportunity beckons. I'm telling you, that wedge that someone or something has tried to create, all it did was create opportunity. For what I'm seeing is people that took space, that it made them think, it made them be honest with self, and in turn, when they communicate, more honest with each other. Things are surfacing. I'm seeing things, like, I don't know exactly what this is, but it's like there's this stuff on the bottom of something and they can't get it off. Somebody can't get it off. It's like a dish or something. They can't get it off. So they submerge it in this solution, and it makes the things float. And that's kind of what happened when this wedge was tried to create it, either for a situation, a person, or people, or a group, or whatever this is, a job perhaps. If you're dealing with a workaholic, it's going to be different for everyone. But shh, shh, shh. What it did was create opportunity for things to come up to the surface that were stuck way down at the bottom, you know? And so at the time, it was probably like, fuck. But, you know, there are no accidents, and things are going to work out the way that they're supposed to. I just love what's coming out today. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Daydreams and decisions. I'm telling you, there's been a lot of opportunity for people to go, stop it, to think. And now, through the daydreaming and imagining, if you hit the snake, I will beat you.
No.
Yes, I will. Now it's time to make decisions and bring things to reality. Okay, spread your wings. So I'm telling you, someone's flying home. Someone is definitely coming home. Giving and receiving. I think this will be a conversation, one of pure connection. There's been something that's gone over here. Somebody's seen, but they've had time to see. They've had time to see. See, and you're getting that Four of Air again. Just breathe. Relax. They're coming back. Look at this. Love abounds, related to the Ace of Cups. They're coming back. Yeah, and you see someone has really seen and faced themselves. Do you see? That's her facing her inner self. Okay? These two people, I don't think they realized what they were to each other to a degree. I think they realized a little bit what they were, but I don't think the other person actually thought that deeply about the other one, or that they cared so much, or that certain things that were said or done would bother them the way that they did, or have that level of effect on them. And it did. All I can say is this is beautiful. I've been picking up beautiful, beautiful energy. And of course, this is not going to be for everyone. I'll try to get started on the sign-specific readings for July. I don't know how I want to do it. If I do not hit that camera. If I want to do it for the week or for the month. Ezra, do not. Okay, you have the 8, okay, related to the 8 of air here, helpless and hopeless, but it came in the reverse position. Now, I don't have, stop it. I don't have reversals in this deck. They were all supposed to be upright, but this one just happened to come out in the reverse. So someone is walking away from feeling helpless and hopeless. The week is good. You prefer for the week, like start doing them weekly instead of monthly. So every week for a month for each sign, I can do that. I think that might even be better to get on some sort of a schedule, like Monday do 3, Tuesday do 3, and so then like the next Monday, you know. I agree, things do change. And it's sort of like a good check-in update point. And we haven't tried it before. It may, I don't know. May just be better. I like the weekend forecast, but they take, I've got to figure out a way to like bring them down a little bit, because it's just for 12 signs for the energy of 2 days, 2 hours. It's just like, it's not, doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Okay, so you have, look, what did I say? When they went away to think, whatever this wedge was that was created, it caused rest and reconsideration. Sorry, I forgot what it said. In order to heal, okay? In order to heal. It brings forth that star energy, okay? That Aquarian energy. And then you have rebuilding here, okay? You have rebuilding here. With that, that's related to the Tower. There's a lot of major arcana cards that have already come out, and I think for those of you that have been in separation that are coming back into contact, I think you're going to be very pleasantly surprised at how it didn't seem like this was going to be a good thing when it happened, but exactly how much probably both of you have seen, like, hey, there's a little bit more here with you and I than with you and them, or me and them. Like, it's just something a little bit different going on here. It's not the same. And I think the two people that I'm dealing with have a great bit of fear of it being the same thing. Living in the 10 of Cups. You are? That's awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. All right, let's see what we can get out of this one. Such beautiful energy that I'm seeing. Man, just beautiful. Okay, the Two of Wands and the Prince of Pentacles coming out. Okay, so the decision that was to be made, it's like someone needed to take a full step back and look at this situation like, okay, instead of acting and reacting, they had to take a step back. The King of Pentacles in the reverse position, reassess what makes them stable, what makes the relationship stable, unstable. Instead of whatever happened that caused this choice, whatever caused the separation or the sort of different perspective, something definitely happened. Something definitely happened, and it was needed. 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years. I'm getting a lot of twos for however long the separation lasted. For some of you, I don't know why, I'm getting 22 weeks. I don't even know what that would be in, but 22 weeks, or the day 22. It could have happened on the 22nd, or you could be coming back into contact on the 22nd. Okay. Whatever this was, instead of reacting, getting even, going off, well, they did that because, just assuming and reacting in this way, it caused both people to really take a very mature look at things and full stop and, okay, let's reassess and see like what's actually going on here. What part of me caused this? What part of my insecure behavior and vice versa was a part of this more than actual like selfishness? Because I feel like a lot of people thought, oh, well, you just wanted to go be free and do so and so and lay with, and I don't feel like that was the case. And I feel like maybe for the first time some of you actually thought, hey, you know what, there's probably just a little bit more to this, and maybe I should just full stop and breathe. Just breathe and take a moment. And I'm seeing people throw themselves into work. Okay, and that's the thing about meditation. I was talking to somebody about that in an earlier reading today, about how the most, for me, sort of profound states of realization and epiphanies and things like that I've had are not in these deep states of meditation, which are great and great to practice and achieve things, but in the more mindful states of meditation where I'm zoning out, where I'm tattooing for hours, or I'm beading, tying mala beads, and chanting, and these, you know, like my sister, she crochets or paint or whatever you do that's mindful meditation, whatever you do that's zoning out when you're creating, that's mindful meditation. Or when you're cooking, like I love to cook and think about things, and it's in those moments and in the moments of sharing just like completely down to earth human experiences with people. We were talking about, I don't think he'll mind me sharing this example, but he was gambling. He was at a slot machine, and he said that, you know, there was a lady sitting next to him, an older woman, and I guess she was out of money or something like that, I don't know, and he just put some of his money in her slot machine, and, you know, she went on to do her thing and play or whatever, and I guess she had a look like, or even she may have said that people don't do that anymore. And I was thinking, and I was talking about the other day, how just like sharing a meal, I don't know if you'll remember that reading where I was like, just sharing a meal with people, there's something so beautiful in it and so human. It's in those moments, those are the moments that we're all, you know, here for. And I'm seeing someone just stop, instead of acting or reacting or getting even or doing things out of spite, throwing themselves into work, you know, which any type of work, whatever you do, is a state and a form of mindful meditation, and really stop and do some really, really deep diving in self and thinking, and I'm just seeing it as absolutely beautiful, especially because now it's about the time to come back together. And, you know, for some of these people, you won't even need words to communicate. You won't need to speak. Okay, the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Okay, I love it. So, Danny, speaking shit into existence over here, Danny. Yeah, there's been some challenges. There's always going to be challenges. Growth in itself by yourself is a challenge, much less with another person. But do you see how he's defending himself? A live Q&A session. Curious to hear the backstory of how you discovered your gifts. 2 years almost. Uh, that's the way we roll. I know that's right. Okay, yeah, we could do a Q&A. I don't know that there's much of a backstory there because it's like literally my first memory. But yeah, I am open to whatever y'all want to do. You know, to sort of like, I don't know, let's try different shit. I'm all about trying different shit. But you see how all of these wands are against him, and he's defending himself. Uh, I'll hit you up later, Danny, because I totally read the wrong thing. He's only defending himself because he's got what people want. Remember in the beginning of the reading, I said that there will be people that come to create wedges and plant seeds and plant and create doubt because they either don't understand this type of it started raining here. I feel like going outside. I'm so jealous. I want the rain right now. Anyways, I said that people will meddle and plant these doubts and do these things either for lack of understanding or a bit of jealousy, but also like if they're not familiar with these types of connections, they will tend to you see, when people are not content, okay, and when people don't understand how you can be so content with not knowing the other person's every next move, or not having a title, or not knowing when the next time you'll see them, or never saying goodbye. I'm going to share something really personal with you right now. I recently said goodbye to someone, and when I said it felt like I should not have let that leave my lips. But it wasn't anything like, I tell people goodbye all the time. It wasn't, I don't even know how to say this. Well, I didn't think it was that big of a deal, okay? And then later on, he kept saying like, well, you said goodbye. Like I said, are we? And I knew, but I was just being like a little bit facetious. And I said, well, are we not supposed to say goodbye to each other? Hi. And he just got quiet. He didn't say anything. And he said again, he was like, you said goodbye. Yeah. Sometimes you're not supposed to say goodbye to each other. There are different relationships and different people and different things. Like not everything works for everybody, right? You have people that will never understand that. You have people that will never understand, like, we don't say goodbye and we don't plan our next time to see each other because that's not what works for us, you know. What's cold that I said goodbye? I hope that's not what you're talking about, because that's kind of how he felt too. Yeah, I don't know, but you'll have people that will plant doubts and things in your head like, well, I need to know when you're going to see me next time. I need to know how long it's going to take. I need to know how long you're going to be gone. I need to know, like, oh, in the rain. If that's cool, if that's what works for them, but that may not be what works for you, and you may not need that, and that's okay. But those third-party situations, remember those Three of Cups energy. Whether it's not always having sex with somebody, right? It can be anything that creates a wedge, anything that plants doubt, anything that tries to come in between the harmony in the situation, right? Now you have the Nine of Swords in the reverse position. Whatever this is, it created stress once upon a time, and now it's just not anymore, okay? The Queen of Swords is coming after that Nine of Swords to cut away a lot of this stress. And then we have the Three of Wands. He loves freaking crawling on my face. And then we have the Three of Wands, okay, coming in because there's absolutely a future here. and the ships are coming in. I'm telling you, this person is coming coming back around, and you're going to be really, really surprised at how I don't know how to it's for the best. Okay, it's for the best. It didn't seem like it when it happened, but it is. Okay, what I tell you, what am I telling you? Four of Wands energy. There's something in the harmony and the duality, the balance. Do you see these squares down here? Okay, the masculine and the feminine, the light and the dark, the balance, the duality. Okay, there's something that is so harmonious, and it works for you. It's not going to work for everybody else, and not everybody's going to understand that. It's important that you understand that now. It's important that you understand. Not everybody's going to understand, and you're not going to be able to explain it to everybody, and you shouldn't have to constantly defend it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. That's what it is. Leave it alone. Okay, Two of Swords, still some decisions to be made, okay? Still some things to be observed. Taking off that blindfold and observing some things here. Let's see what's at the bottom of these decks. Adventure. I did see the honeymoon continue to come out over here. Okay, codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay, this could be, I remember I talked about taking a step back and assessing and sort of reanalyzing the insecurities and instability, okay? So there's a lot happening here, and it's not all fucking gravy. Nothing's going to be perfect, but what I can say is there's a lot of growth. And if I can leave you with one thing today, it is don't push it, okay? Don't push it. You need a honeymoon? Me too. I don't even think I've ever had a proper date. Yeah. No, never. Fun fact number one, whoever asked for the Q&A. So yeah, we'll set that up somehow. Maybe I'll do something like leaving the community, like the comments. I'll leave like what questions y'all would want me to answer during a Q&A, and we'll set up a time so that sort of everybody can tune in. And yeah, I'm down to do whatever. And yeah, we'll start doing them for the week though, so I'll try to put out some today, and we'll get that going and get some sort of a structure and a schedule. All right, gravy and mashed potatoes. Hell yeah. Now I'm hungry. All right. I love y'all. Have an amazing day. And amazing weekend. Say bye.
Bye bye.